Hey guys, good morning. Just coming to you live. I had wanted to yesterday but had technical difficulties. Sometimes Facebook just really hates me going live. But anyway, here I am this morning, and this is what I was going to talk to you about yesterday, and I'll just bring it into today because it's still good. So the biggest thing that gets in the way of long-term success is inconsistency. I think you guys would agree with me as you're telling your stories, as you know, I know a lot of your histories and things like that. The biggest thing that gets in the way is not knowing what to do. It's inconsistency. So you might be saying like, duh, of course, my problem is inconsistency. But the question is, why? And of course, we're going to get into this week really talking about emotional and compulsive eating, what drives that, the difference, things like that. But today I'm going to talk about what creates inconsistency. And the biggest thing that creates inconsistency is being moved by temporary feelings or external circumstances. Think about that. If you wake up in the morning and you say, I surrender this day, you know, on our call on Monday. On our call on Monday, we talked about the difference in acceptance and surrender, and that surrender is a daily thing. So you may get up in the morning and you may say, you know what, I surrender this day. I'm coming in the group. I'm putting out my plan for the day. I'm committing to eating only nourishing foods, right? What happens then when you don't do that? And it's because what happens is something either happens to you or you feel a certain way. So what that really tells is there is a lack of commitment. Now, I brought up the word commitment on Sunday's call as well, but I really want to drive this home today. The thing that will help you overcome your lack of consistency is truly committing to that thing that you surrender to in the morning. So if I get up and I say, I'm going to only eat foods that nourish my body, and that is the most simplistic thing to do. Some of you need to go a little bit deeper. Some of you have different goals. Some of you are beyond that point. But let's just start with the basics, right? I'm only going to eat food that nourish my body, and I truly commit to that. What I'm saying is, regardless of external circumstances, meaning if someone's mean to me, if I get fired from my job, if I get bad news, if someone dies, I'm still going to do the thing I said I was going to do. If I get a last minute offer to go to have ice cream with someone, if someone gives me, there's a birthday party at work and all there is junk food. If I'm committed, none of those things make me waver from the thing I said I was going to do. The same thing is true of feelings. If we base what we do on our feelings, we're always going to be inconsistent. If we base what we do on commitment, we will be consistent. So the problem with basing things on feelings is we have good days and we have bad days. And even within any given day, you can start the day off feeling really good and then you don't feel so good. Or you feel strong and then you don't feel so strong later in the day. Because emotions change. Feelings change throughout the day, and they certainly change from the day to day. So the biggest stumbling block to consistency, and consistency is what's required to move forward in freedom and results, is basing our decisions on what we do on external circumstances, i.e. things that happen to us or in our lives, and basing them on feelings. If you can look back at your history with this journey and say, I'm basing what I do on feelings, I'm basing what I do on external circumstances, that's your biggest issue. The answer is commitment. So think about it today. What can you commit to? And as part of that surrender process and saying, you know, today is what I'm going to do. And you know what? If you're not starting off your day deciding ahead of time what it's going to look like, that's an issue too. Part of surrender every day is saying, I know I need to commit in my mind and in the group to eating a certain way today. As long as I've been at this, next month will be 7 years that I've been at this. I still write down what I'm going to do today. As I go through and I write down my to-do list and I'm planning out my day, I have these little, this is pretty neat. I mean, I have my planner, but I have this little thing right here. And you can see it has to-do list, as daily goal, meal plan, appointments, notes, fitness. I write that on there. And I might just write over here where it says meal plan, I might write fasting, or I might write high fat day, or it might be high protein day. I still write it on there. I know it in my mind, but there's something really powerful about writing it down. Certainly, it's very powerful to share it here in the group. It creates some accountability. You can then come back later and check in and say, I did the thing I said I was going to do. But most importantly, it's committing to it. And that word gets thrown around. Oh, I'm committed to change. I'm committed to this. I'm committed to this. And then you don't do the thing you said were going to do. You were not committed. So, again, if you want to move forward in consistency, which will move you forward in freedom, it will move you forward in this journey, it will move you forward in your physical, mental, emotional, and spiritual results, it takes commitment. Commitment gets you consistency. So anyway, hope that's a good word for somebody today, and I'll be back tomorrow with more. I'm here if you need me. I hope everybody's doing great. Don't forget to engage. If you haven't told your story yet, tell your story. There's some powerful, powerful things here in the group. There's powerful stories. There's stories of pain. There's stories of all of your overcomers. You know, a lot of people have painful things in their history, and that stuff's hard to talk about, but it led you to the place that you are, and you have overcome every single thing that you've been through. Even if you haven't handled it great, even if you've handled it by using food, you still got through, and you overcame. But now is the time to acknowledge it and say, I'm ready to move on with my life and not use that thing because I am no longer in that situation that I experienced that caused me trauma. So share your story. It's healing for you and it's healing for others. All right? Okay. Talk to you guys later.